When the nation speaks, the roundtable listen, Tuesday and Thursday, 10 p.m. Join the conversation that matter the most, live, unfiltered, unapologetic, with local voices and international minds. The roundtable dive deep into today's toughest questions in society, politics, culture. Nothing is off limits. Your voice, your questions, your platform. Live on Wiz TV, featuring top panelists, Mr. Samuel Abu, Mr. Hamed Fofana, Mr. Cyrus Gray, Mr. Jai Blamo, and your host, William McGill. Heated debate, eye-opening truths, and real impact. Tune in to the Roundtable every Tuesday and Thursday, only on Wiz TV Live. The Roundtable, where every voice counts. When the nation speaks, the Roundtable listen, Tuesday and Thursday, 10 p.m. Join the conversation that matter the most, live, unfiltered, unapologetic, with local voices and international minds. The Roundtable dive deep into today's toughest questions in society, politics, culture. Nothing is off limits. Your voice, your questions, your platform. Live on Wiz TV, featuring top panelists, Mr. Samuel Abu, Mr. Hamed Fofana, Mr. Cyrus Gray, Mr. Jai Blamo, and your host, William McGill. Heated debate, eye-opening truths, and real impact. Tune in to the Roundtable every Tuesday and Thursday, only on Wiz TV Live. The Roundtable, where every voice counts. When the nation speaks, the Roundtable.
My name is Chokon Gray. I'm popularly called Yellow Machine. I'm the president of Supreme Motor Transport Union of Nigeria. I'm here this evening to respond to the U.S. visa extension. In my mind, it is very important that I respond to AYMs for motorcyclists who should celebrate, and my own perspective in regards to this news. Firstly, I must acknowledge that the news about visa extension was a good news for the very privileged few. I say this to mean that how many of us, most especially the motorcyclists, can afford a passport? How many of us? How many motorcyclists can afford passport? If you pack 100 bags, you ask those motorcyclists that you pack for common citizen ID card, all that 100, less than 5 of them will have citizen ID card. Less than 5. That's almost 95% of all don't even have citizen identification card. And so the issue about news, the news about visa extension is for the few, and for the privileged few. I'll give you an example. U.S. government led the U.S. ambassador on OKFM. The ambassador, when he was quizzed, asked why many Liberians are denied visa. He said because many Liberians, when they go to America, they can't come back, they can run away. Some of them that went on church program, some of them that went for study, some of them that went on medical, and activity and the rest of them. They can run away, they can return. And why they can return is because of poverty. So the U.S. ambassador said that the reason why Liberians are denied it is because when they go there, they can't come back. And I can understand why Liberians, when they go to America, they can't come back because the issue, come to think about it, America is a land of opportunity. So if somebody leaves a similar like Liberia, where poverty is so visible to even eat, it's a problem. Right? So if somebody prefer to America, you can because they have formed a rescue to transform their life. And so the youth ambassador said that many Liberians, they can come back. At the time, Liberians were giving 1-year visa. And if you look at the statistics, more than 70% of Liberians that go to the U.S. embassy for visa, go to the U.S., they got denied. Now, I'm talking about at the time, it was 1 year. So you think about it. Now, the U.S. government extended the visa time from 1 year to 2 years. It was 1 year, they were denying more than 78% Liberians. Now it's going to 3 years. You think about it. So the denial rate We're going to increase to 90%. And who are those that can receive the visa? Who are those? Are the privileged few? Chief, it is not you that ride motorbike. It's not you that got one old motorbike. So if America can agree and say the reason why they deny people that because when they go they get camera, and the major reason why people running away now coming back to Liberia are poverty. So think about it. I gave you this scenario, right? If you and myself apply for visa, if I am a former government official that have 3 houses, that got 4 cars, that got maybe 200,000 US in his account. If that me and myself apply for the US visa, and we will be joined on the basis of we'll run away. Obviously, you know I will not be giving that visa because if I come and say, well, where you get here, I get one motorbike. Where the motorbike in the car, they facing it. My actual worth, my net worth, every 2,000 US. But I want to think even when I say when I go to America when I come back, even though for my clothes for the old motorbike I say I get every 2,000. But I was still even the women they say give me the visa when America I will come back. So there are some interview you go for. Sometimes yourself you cannot be human to know that you will not be.
You, what we have, the titles we have, do not make us any more important than you. And these are borrowed coats. And when the coat you borrow to wear, or somebody lends you to wear, does not belong to you. And so there is no special time to ask for it. The one lending to you is the one that determines when he or she can request for it. They can even see you walking in the street and say, please give my coat. That's why when you are wearing a coat, a borrowed coat, you wear a t-shirt under it.
All right, folks.
Commission on Disability. Had about Samuel SD, the deputy Winifred Tay. That commission is made to improve the life of people with disability through programs. But saying the president appointed them, nothing of kind we are seeing, but only corruption. Say they control over 500,000 US as budget at the commission, only for the 4 person on it. Work with that commission. We call for increasement in budget, but he also wrote a Ministry of Finance in order to empower the commoner. Those are on the street begging. Yes. And then 200,000 US were given to Mr. D. Yes. The 200,000 he selected only 100 persons across Liberia. And the 100 persons that he selected, he gave 250 US for each. We did our calculation. It means that only 25,000 was spent out of that money. But the 175,000 left with Mr. D. When we sat with him and questioned him, Mr. D said he bought a car through that money. So we believe that money was not intended for that. Yeah. The 175,000 left with him. Now only that, the government of this country, from President George Weah to where we are, every president in power, when Christmas and New Year coming, they will give the disabled community a package. Yes, sir. Yes. President Joseph Yima Buaka, he gave us 5,000 days gone December with 1,500 US. 5,000. He gave us 1,500 rest with 5,000 US. It was later added. But Mr. D did not distribute the food according to what he told us. July 26th, they gave back a rest with our money. We asked him, he said there was no money attached to it. Why? Mr. D could not explain But the only thing he did, just to insult us that we are unserious people, we are street beggar, we can go out of counter and bring people, children, to be begging with them on the street. Why our children on the street? It's a blatant lie. On that note, we feel that Mr. D is inciting the civil community and other people against Joseph Yimabuaka administration. The government that we brought to power, we will never allow somebody to destroy the good image of the government. We stand by the government, we stood by the government, and we continue to stand by this government. That's part of our conviction. And one of the things that also in the petition, many of us standing here, we went to school, we went to university, other places, we have degree. So we are asking the government that from high school up, jobs should be provided to us. We are tired with the street begging. And those that are not educated, we don't even want to know why they are not educated. That's the condition. But it is squarely incumbent on the government to improve our life through program, through empowerment. Our uneducated disabled women and men on the street, begging or sending, insulting them. We need government to empower them. Ali every more, then one person get 150. You will not see her on the street. Moreover, we are asking the Vice President office, the group of 77. It is only physically challenged people benefiting from that place. And they get a venture in all of the 13 counties. Those that work with the group of 77, they are employed. But across the country, not even 15 black persons work with group of 77. We try by all means.
No Sando Kante person should come for me. No Sando Kante person. Because the rule. Oh, I really tell the government, thank you. They really face the rule. They face the road. All the water that used to be passing all on the road. They put so cover on the road. Can you imagine? From Buta to go all the way. Non-stop. You lower my feet. See my shoes. My shoes stay clean. They stay clean. I don't know where I see my shoes. My shoes stay clean. And almost to Buchanan, almost reaching Buchanan. Oh, I really tell the government, thank you, man. Yeah, they really did well. No bad road. And rain still falling, oh. On the side, on the our side. Rain still falling, yeah. No one should say that dry season, we not in dry season, in Sando, yeah, our, from Sando Kante, yeah, our dry season can start from January. We're not in dry season. We're not in dry season, we stay in rain season. But the whole road clear, all the cover, everything. They put even post some crush rack all on the road.
The construction family. Today we are live again on the RIA road because we have started the planning of the RIA street post. And I believe it is a great move for all Liberians because our brother street gonna be nice for every Liberians. So I hope you get it. If you don't get it, please don't forget it. This is the Power 10 Construction family. One love to all our followers.
A former faggot or a gay brother in Buchanan is absolutely nothing. President Weah is not sick as claimed about the fake Will Debo, who's a faggot boy from Buchanan and currently impotent in Australia, is the one declaring that someone said, I will challenge Will Debo to erect his penis, stand up strong, make a video of it, post it on social media so we can justify that he's okay. But to my knowledge, his ex-girlfriend in Australia told me that he's impotent. He cannot function. That's why he sits, when you watch him in his pocket, he sits in one little corner all the time. Ask him to erect his penis this way, very strong, and video it, and post it on social media. Then I know he can function, but to my knowledge, Will Debo, formerly Dream Debo, cannot function. He's impotent. He's ill. He has a problem in Australia. He cannot even come out of Australia. He went to Australia illegally, but he was settled down, but did not follow instructions. And I don't have problem with people going to country illegally because we all are immigrants. But when you get to a country and act so arrogant and disrespectful.
So good evening to you, fellow motorcyclists. Good evening to all keke riders. Good evening to you, Liberians. Well, I'm Choco Gray. I'm popularly called Yellow Machine. I'm the national president of Supreme Motorcycle Transport Union of Liberia. And basically, I'm here this evening to respond to the Minister of Transport, Salif Talon. Let me say this to you, Mr. Salif Talon. Today, I follow social media and I saw you and your entire team with almost 40 police officers distributing helmets to our motorcyclists. Mr. Salif Talon, the first thing you have to understand is that motorcyclists are not stupid. I am asking all motorcyclists to never and ever register their motorbike again. And that is our decision. We stand by that. A Salif Talon leg, he can bring whole container for a helmet if he leg. He can get each motorcycle 500 helmets. That is the same way the government control our people. They made us to pay for insurance $150 US. They made us to pay $45 US for driver lesson. They made us to pay $25 US for lesson plate. They made us to pay $5,000 Liberian at the Liberia Basic Registry for basic registration. They made us to pay for 2 helmets for $50 US. They made us to pay $17 for reflective jacket. They made us to pay $30 US for safety shoes. They didn't stop there. They bundled every one of us and restricting us, and currently, we are facing the trauma. Our children are not in school. Salif Talon, if you like, order the entire channel. In fact, bring the helmet production company here. Fill each motorcycle main room with helmet. We will never and ever register our motorbike going forward. We are not stupid, Mr. Salif Talon, just so you know. Motorcyclists are not stupid. And let me say this to you, fellow motorcyclists. There was a scene Salif Talon and his legs that were moving from one radio station to another radio station, encouraging you to register your bike. They were promising you job. They were promising you training. Today, what they did, they said one mobile man sport police checkpoint, and so they bundled everyone on that got no idea on police checkpoint. They restricted us after collecting millions of dollars for us. Motorcyclists are not stupid, Mr. Salif Talon. If you like I said, follow immobile man room with helmet. Do you know how many helmets we got? You think a helmet our issue? You are the reason our children are not in school. You Salif Talon and your entire government. Motorcyclists are not stupid, Mr. Salif Talon. Motorcyclists are not stupid. And you think you are humanitarian, you are philanthropic, and you doing good for motorbike people? Why you throw a whole battalion of police and carry behind you? Oh, are you afraid? You are running away from your shadow? You people collecting millions of dollars for all. Say you think you're so good, you minister of the transport ministry, and you won't be good for motorbike people. Why you brought all the police people behind you today? Eh? Oh, you afraid, eh? Mr. Salif Talon, TWT. Mr. Salif Talon will tell you that motorcyclists are not stupid in this country. You can't use us. We are not a dump truck. President Bwaka, he promised our job. He told our motorcyclists that Liberia is too rich for us to suffer. He promised to provide jobs for motorcyclists. He told our people that when he became president, we will only use our motorbike to go to work because company will waste. President Bwaka, where is the company? Where are the companies that you promised our people? And then you came here, you became president after we supported you, after our people gave you all the finances and everything. You took their rent, you took their social money in the name of motorcycle registration, and you banned it, and you get one shot transport minister passing all around acting like one thing and Toby, taking helmet to motorcyclists. Mr. Salif Talon, motorcyclists are not stupid. That helmet that you take a bidding, for some of the motorcyclists will take it. I'm not against you. Probably that part of our money. The $350 US that immobile may pay the rest of that bar. That part of our money. and you won't call it it's up to you, fellow motorcyclists. But our decision here is we will never register motorbike here again. We will never ever register motorbike under the Ministry of Transport. Minister Seritala, if you think your ministry is dumb because the Labrador traffic management are taking away this contract, it is not understood that the Labrador traffic management are taking over the entire Ministry of Transport. If you think that the ministry is dumb and you have no other work to do, Mr. Tyler, you need to resign. Motorcyclists are not stupid. We will never register motorbike under you, neither anybody in this country. You collected millions of dollars from our motorcyclists, and then you come here today, you tell it, say you did a pretty helmet around, and you think motorcyclists are stupid? You take it. If you want to take it, take it. But I'm saying this to you, Senator. We will never ever be controlled again. Motorcyclists, if you think yesterday we were stupid, we have changed now, Mr. Senator. If you like, take the entire China. Bring all the helmet on China, take to be the helmet among motorcyclists. We will never raise our motorbike again. Mr. Tyler, if the ministry is dumb, if you think that you got no work to do at the Ministry of Transport, resign. Motorcyclists are not stupid. And so, in closing, I'm urging all motorcyclists to reject that helmet Senator Tyler is giving to you. Who knows? That comment is a wicked comment. Who knows? What a
I can't stand no more, cause I'm a fool. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. I can't stand no more, cause I'm a fool. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. Hey yo, excuse me, Mr. Genevieve. I wonder how you make your headlines in the press release today. Although I read the news every day, but I'm really still getting confused now. And I just wanna ask you some questions. Oh, is it based on money? Is it based on presidency? Is it based on technology? Is it based on war? Tell me, we got major headlines. Oh, we got major stories. Yeah. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major headlines. We got major stories. Yeah. There is no job, no money for hustlers. Come take a call, this season coming soon.
It says Speak Carter. It's a nice song there, and we'd like to say good evening and welcome to the round table. It's a pleasure to be on here tonight as we dive in with our discussion point for today's presentation. My name is William McGill, and let me say good evening to all of our viewers there following us on Weez TV. It's a pleasure again to be here. Good evening, Mr. Abu, and welcome to the program.
Good evening, William. How are you so much? And may I just take this opportunity to say hi to our viewers out there, and especially our Catholic community out there. Today we have a very important guest here on our show, the chair lady for the organizing committee for the visit, for the first and admiral visit of the Archbishop of Monrovia, His Grace Gabriel Blamo Jue, and he'll be visiting Philadelphia area this weekend. And Dr. Josephine Timba, who you see on screen, is the chair lady for the organizing committee, and she's going to be here to talk first tonight to tell us more about the visit of the Archbishop. And also Spencer Vey, Brother Spencer Vey, who is the chair for the he's the chair for the 2025 harvest of the Divine Mercy Parish, the Liberian Catholic community of Philadelphia. And he's also going to be here to tell us about what is going to happen for the harvest. Eventually, the president would, the Archbishop will be participating in the harvest. But Dr. Timba will be talking more about that. So we'll say thank you. Yes. And how are you, Dr. Timba? How are you doing tonight?
So quickly, Mr. Abu, before we go further, let me say to Mr. Vey,
you should be able to accept the web accessing your microphone. So since you can't do that, we can be able to have you on your according to our StreamYard, your device is not connected because you're not accepted for the web to use your microphone, or that will not be able to hear you as well. So I'm unable to add you on until you can be able to accept. Then we can go ahead. So we can go ahead, Mr. Abu.
Okay, so Madam Timber, the floor is yours. What is it? How are you tonight?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much, Brother Abu, for inviting me. Thank you, William. It's a pleasure to be here to share with you and your audience some exciting activities that are taking place in Philadelphia this weekend. Thank you for having me.
Okay, William, I know you are a supporter. I know. Have you ever told me that you're a Catholic, or you're still not telling me, or you are not still a Catholic?
I'm a Catholic, and I worship with St. Kizito.
Oh, you're from St. Kizito, you see, and that's Dr. Timber's parish too.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
So you see, Dr. Timber, the other day I told you that at St. Kizito we have almost about 70% of young people, the youth. That's one of them there. They make the parish very lively. They do a lot of things. Every Sunday we have this mass stream live. So that's just it is. Where we're going to be talking Catholic talk this weekend.
I know, right? So
we have any feedback?
Yeah. So I think I can start now giving some information on what's happening this weekend. We are blessed to have the Archbishop, His Grace, Archbishop Gabriel Jiwe with us this weekend. We are celebrating our harvest, so it was an honor to having agreed, because he was already planning to come to the States. And when we heard that he will be in the States just around the same time that we are celebrating our Thanksgiving harvest, we sent out the invitation. And God being so good, he accepted. And so he will be having the mass with us on Sunday. But before that, so that's the climax. But before that, we have Saturday that we're going to have a meet and greet. So bear in mind, Sunday is, if you're a Catholic, you know, harvest activities. I mean, it's a joyous activity moment for everybody. So there will not be that time to really sit down one-on-one and casually talk to the Archbishop. So that's why we throw in the meet and greet. So the meet and greet is on Saturday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. at St. Barnabas Parish. We will have the opportunities for organizations and other communities to meet with the Archbishop and just sit casually and, you know, ask questions and get some feedback about what's happening in Liberia, and some advice also as Catholic, how can we mesh our culture and our faith together, like, you know, being in America. So those are some of, in a nutshell, that is what will be happening on Saturday. So the Archbishop is visiting the tri-state, that is New Jersey, Delaware, and Philadelphia. The three states are coming together to celebrate the Mass in Philadelphia. So we've been planning this for a couple of months now. We are excited. Everything is ready. The momentum is high, because this is our own Archbishop. This is our own, like, you know, our own Liberian that is coming to celebrate with us. So we are so really excited to have him with us on Saturday and Sunday. So we have both communities. We have the communities from New Jersey, communities from Delaware, and of course the community in Pennsylvania coming together to have this program.
You are saying that these three communities are coming together. Tell me a little about the Liberian Catholic community. I do understand you are a former president of that organization. What is it really comprising of, and who are members of this organization?
So the Liberian Catholic community in Pennsylvania here comprises of Catholics and people who want to affiliate with Catholics. We have friends, family to join us. So if you're a Catholic in the Philadelphia area or Pennsylvania, you are automatically a member of the Liberian Catholic community. So, in the past, we would usually just go to Mass, and then after Mass, everybody just really get back in their car and go back home. And so there was the holy part of it was the spiritual part of it was there. But then a group of Liberians before me, thought it wise to come together as Liberians, because when you go to Mass, you have different people from different nationalities. But a group of Liberians thought it wise to come together and identify with each other in different times, in different activities, and build a community. Now, this community is not only to go to church, but this community is there to serve as a support system. Because when you live abroad, believe me, you need a support system. So that's how the whole Liberian Catholic community started. And then it's been growing. We've been having a lot of people come to join us. We've been having a lot of people who've been bringing a lot of ideas to help make the community more vibrant, to take it away from just going to church and going back home. But we have different activities. We are there for each other in times of joy, sorrows. We are there to support each other in different things. We are there to help grow our children. In our African sense, they say it takes a village to raise a child. So we are trying to maintain that African culture, not only in the church, but also in the community. And also, importantly, we also try to worship at least once every month, the second Sunday of every month. So we have people coming from different parishes. I am from a different parish, but I go to where the Liberian Catholic community is based to join the other Liberians there to celebrate Mass like the way we do it back home, where we beat our drums, play our salsa, dance, clap, jump around. And that's what we do on the second Sunday of every month. And so it's been bringing a lot of people back home. Because when we came back when we left Liberia, a lot of people left the church and went to other, churches, like other denominations. But then since we started having this community, a lot of people are coming back home. And so that's how, the Liberian Catholic community came to be. And we are so excited. We have a very large community, and we even have other Catholics in other states reaching out to us to ask us, how did you start? Because we want to do the same thing here.
Now, let's come back to the pastoral visit of the Archbishop. You have been working with Father Patrick Urimak, and who is mainly spearheading the visit of the Archbishop into the United States. Are you aware of where all the Archbishop has been going and before coming to the tri-state?
Sure. Well, I don't want to start naming places and then leave one or two out, but I know I'll give you one or two that I can confirm. I know he's been to Atlanta, and I know that this Friday, tomorrow, he'll be in Maryland. So he's been around a lot. And honestly, even with the Philadelphia, initially, the tri-state was not even on the list because his pastoral visit had other states. Philadelphia was going to come in later. But he thought it wise, you know what? Let me just go and say hello to my people in Philadelphia, in the tri-state before going. So it's like, once he said he was coming here, we turn it around, make it big. Because this is our own. We're not going to just make it, the Archbishop come and say hello, and just a group of people sit down and talk to him. We're like, hey, this is a great opportunity to showcase our faith, a great opportunity to bring a lot of Catholics back home, a great opportunity to let people not forget their culture. And so we are making every effort to maximize this visit in our interest and help us grow in our faith and also grow our community.
You are the chairperson for this organizing committee. How was it difficult? How much were the challenges, and how easy was it to put the three communities together? The community from New Jersey, comprising Trenton and also Newark, and also the community from Delaware. How easy was it, and how has the working been going on with everyone?
I think first the challenge at the beginning, let me admit, at the beginning, everybody wanted the Archbishop to go to their state. That was the challenge. So we're all throwing in there why it is important for us to have a mass, because of time's sake, the Archbishop couldn't go to New Jersey, go to Delaware before coming to Philadelphia for different masses. So when he said, you know what, let me just have one mass. So the challenge there was having agreeing on where the mass would be. And believe me, originally the mass was not going to be held in Philadelphia. It was in another state. But then, Philadelphia group came together, and so that the date that was being, the Archbishop was going to serve the mass was on the same date as the harvest. And the harvest is a great opportunity for us to showcase to the Archbishop what we're doing here. And also, we have a lot of people coming. So we did not want to split the numbers into two. And I also wanted the Archbishop to bless our harvest. We have so much to be thankful for. And so the easy part was that everybody was excited to have the Archbishop with us. So everybody were looking forward to that. So it was easy for us to come together because we all had the same shared goals at having the Archbishop celebrate Mass with us. And when we got to that part where we agreed that, okay, let's have it in Philadelphia. Now everything just went smoothly from there. All the different co-chairs from the other states have been so well in helping to put things in place for this visitation.
Let's imagine, Dr. Timber, this organizing Liberian communities, especially the communities of faith. Because as I see, the Liberian Catholic community in Philadelphia, I think have been the one to especially start the ball rolling. There were many other communities that have been here. Catholics go to other churches, but really did not organize themselves and try to put a Liberian face on their organization. For example, I see now that St. Alfonso in Minnesota, they have started doing the thing. They also have a very large community there. But we just started the thing. How do you think that other communities can start coming in to do this? Because we know we know Philadelphia and Minnesota are not the only places that will really have large Catholic communities. You being a leader of the community, maybe for several years, how do you think other people can follow?
I think one thing that everybody should know, and that can really help in bringing people together, is the fact that people are yearning for that identity. So that identity is having a group of people who you share common values or common goals. Now remember, in the States where you go to Mass, most of the time, they do Mass the American way, which we all are used to. But then after Mass, when people just leave it without talking to other people, without having a support system, believe me, a lot of people are yearning for that. So if you want a community, and I can assure you this, the Liberians coming together in Pennsylvania to organize themselves and form a community has been very beneficial to everybody. There's no one single person who has come to our community to visit and now want to come back, all because of that shared value, shared interest in doing the same thing. Also, we have people who once they leave home, they miss home so much. When I say home, I mean Liberia. So when you have a group of people who worship the same, look, whenever we have our Liberian Mass, people always be like, oh my God, it feels just like I'm in Sinkisito. Oh, it feels just like I'm in the cathedral. People yearn for things like that. So when you can organize yourself and provide that little, not everything, but at least one thing at a time, for people to identify, people to easily, like, feel part of, believe me, you can get a lot. And I will tell you something, there were a lot of people who would just come to church and want to go back home. But when we started the communities and we started tapping into the gifts of people, then you notice that, wow, there are so many people who want to come out and be part of this and want to share their gifts and want to volunteer. So that is what I'll tell anybody who wants to find people who have the same interest. And believe me, there are a lot of people out there. You just probably, the initial part or the initial stages will be difficult, but you just find that 1 or 2 person who is committed to the process. You can start bringing librarians together, talk to your priest, allow them to, put in some of the things you love in the mass. And believe me, all the priests are willing to work with you as long as it's going to help to bring more people to the church. So start like that, and believe me, you will see how you will grow once you start listening to other people and start incorporating what they miss, especially what they miss from back home, into the mass or into your community. That will help them grow. And besides, we're also here to give you any help you need.
And I also see to it that there may be some challenges because, there is something that people say when a fish runs into the water, it starts to behave like a crocodile. They come to America, they become completely Americanized and think everything should be done American way. But one thing we did in the Liberian community was when we introduced the Liberian style mass, instead of the regular American mass where we just come and say the mass and everybody just disperse and go home. You're sitting down by your neck, by another parishioner in the pew. You don't even speak to them. You're sitting down. Sometimes you go to communion. You just concentrate on your prayers, and there is nothing like phone and all this kind of thing, But it comes to the point that where in the Liberian community, we even decided that anytime we hear that there is a Liberian priest in the States, or one of the Liberian bishops comes to the States, we try to do our best to invite that bishop to come and say one of our masses. And just as you said earlier, one great thing about it is having a good rapport with your parish priest or with your pastor. Once the pastor understands diversity, and where we preach to them, this the 1994 African Bishop Synod with Pope John Paul. At that time they talk about enculturation. So we came in and started the liturgical dances. Then we have the Knights of St. John, the Ladies Auxiliary, and all of these different organizations in the church. During our mass, you see all of them marching to the point now that at this time, even when the Archbishop of Philadelphia is saying the mass, they want our Knights of St. John, our Ladies Auxiliary to go and march. And we have really we are gradually going to the center stage of our archdiocese, and we are recognized as one of the challenging and good community. And even when we are singing our songs, we see the white people get up and dance. You see, all of them come to you. Oh, that song you sang was so nice. Where did you guys learn that song? These are some of the strategies I think some other communities need to really tap on. They're going to church and you're coming to here. In Monrovia, there are some people who go to church sometimes. They say, no matter what happened, they don't work on Sunday. They will try to make their way to go to the church. Like if you go to Sinkisudo, they got 2 masses. Sometimes the second mass that is celebrated, you see people sitting all outside. Up until now, Father Kruma wants to extend the church just to accommodate people. Sometimes they put a tent outside for the people to just participate in the mass, And it is coming in gradually to us here. Our community is growing. Just if I tell you, just gone Sunday, you were not there. A Haitian lady, she and her whole family, they say they're coming to join us because it's a sense of belonging. We are doing the same thing that they do in their country. But when they come here, it is missing, and they do not have a community, or all of them not going to the same church to build a community. And we have done something that is an exemplary thing, we know, which is really helping to organize other people. I just want to say kudos to you, sister.
Thank you. And one thing you also have to do is get involved in other things in your archdiocese. That's one thing that we've done. And, you know, it isn't just about going to church on Sunday and then that's it. We've been part of all the activities going on in the archdiocese. Retreats,
like the African Heritage Mass,
the African Heritage Mass, the Cultural Mass, the Women's Retreat, the Men's Retreat. So, like, you know, we've been out there. Our people are yearning for those kind of things, something like, you know, to identify, because, you know, they work so hard. Because everybody works so hard in this country. So when you can find something that is like soothing to their soul and it building their spiritual life, believe me, they look forward to it. So for all those out there who are thinking about establishing their community, please start small. You don't have to force everybody to come to your parish in Pennsylvania here, especially the Philadelphia area. We are from different parishes, but we make sure we still come together as Liberians who are Catholics and then do different activities together. We visit homes, we pray for our members, we make sure we are invested in the well-being of their children. So, you know, it's like a community. And like Brother Abu said, people are yearning for that identity. And that is what we are building one day at a time in our community. And I encourage everybody to do the same. And so we are really, really excited to share with the Archbishop what we've been doing here. I know he's going to be so proud, and also to hear from him some of, like, you know, he's a man of wisdom. And so we can't wait to have him at our meet and greet on Saturday from 3 p.m. It's just going to be from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. at St. Barnabas Parish, and where we just sit casually and have a, like, you know, little chat with him afterwards. We have some little refreshment. Sunday will be the climax. We have the high mass, and then after the mass, we have refreshment and the harvest activities in the hall. So we're going to have him, like, you know, we're not going to let him go. We're going to hold him tight.
Before you go, the Night of St. John, which is also a noble organization, Night of St. John International, where we have Commanderess Command 5 and also the Ladies Auxiliary 528. They are all going to participate. And I understand the Ladies of Marshall are also, the Knights of Marshall are also going to participate in this Mass. So it's going to be a big thing where we'll have a procession of almost all of these organizations leading, where we're going to make the archbishops feel so proud about us. And one good thing we have always done is to let our parishioners and our members remain in contact with their various parishes back in Liberia. So we still have some people in our parish who are still contributing in different ways to their different parishes in Liberia. And this is a look at him. So we are just calling on all of you, Brother Sati, I know you are watching this program. We are just talking about what is going to happen on Saturday and Sunday. Just before Sister Josephine goes, I'm making a mistake. Dr. Timba. Before Dr. Timba goes, you know, we also have a very large organizing committee of committed people, you know, who are holding on these communities no matter what you do, because their Christianism, their faith of Catholicism came from way down. Many of them will tell you, I've never been to a different church, only the Catholic church I go to. So, I mean, I just feel that this is going to be a great thing. We are so excited. You know, I can see it, how much you are laughing, how excited.
Yeah, because I want to tell you, I just want to share with you how, like, you know, how excited we are. It's not easy to have 3 different states together trying to plan one program, you know. We've been meeting consistently and we've been working together. It's been awesome. My co-chair from Delaware, Brother Sati, and then my other co-chair from Newark, Sister Jacinta, and then from Trenton, Sister Nelly, Davis call it. So it's like, and then the group behind them in their communities. Believe me, the excitement that is out there. And I just got information that the Librarian Association of Pennsylvania also want to come and meet the Archbishop to welcome him to Philadelphia. I've been getting calls of different organizations that just really want to come and just meet with the Archbishop. I've been getting calls from people out of state who want to also come in and meet. So it's going to be huge. Everybody is excited. Everybody is looking forward to this weekend. If you are anywhere in the tri-state, and just this afternoon, someone told me we have somebody coming from Atlanta who said they missed the Archbishop Mass at Atlanta. So they are coming down here to be part of it. So we have a lot of people coming. We have a lot of people eager to meet the Archbishop. We have a lot of people who looking forward to see him and then hearing how they can contribute. That's what someone told me. I want to see him because I want to see how he can contribute, to the church in Liberia. I said, well, come on Saturday. You can have time to talk to him one-on-one. But that is the momentum we're getting. Everybody's excited to see him.
And that is so great that we are here in the great United States of America. Many of us came from parishes that were smaller. Some came from the big parishes, cathedral, and from all over Liberia. Can you imagine when you go to our parish, you have people there from almost all the parishes in Monrovia, some of the parishes in Kakata, in Banga, in Ganta, Sanikole, Grand Chile. From all over Liberia, we have people here in these parishes. Now, when the Archbishop is coming, there are many new ideas that we have grown in this country that we think we can share with the Archbishop to see how we can tap into it to help our people back home. Because as a matter of fact, when we come to the United States, sometimes it's not only to go to get money to take care of our families, but when we say everything is Liberia, the Catholic Church is Liberia. Can you imagine how much contribution the Catholic Church has done, down to even the Muslims, the Islamic people, when they got their children, they feel that their children must go to Catholic institutions, must go to Catholic schools before they become better. They have always seen the Catholic schools as a place that they can have better education for even their children, So, we think that there is a need for people to come around and see how they can really help to make the Catholic Church grow. Because we are not really looking for more members. We want to make sure that we provide the services, we make sure we have the services. We got the money to support the schools so that the schools can remain. Can you imagine if you went to, is that St. Christopher in Kakata, or you went to St. Teresa's Convent, St. Patrick's, or you went to a cathedral, and all of these little schools around, St. Michael, if people went there, even the seminary in Banga, St. Martin's, all of these schools need some little support. So as time goes on, every time these bishops come, this is all we want to do. We want to hear about the problems. The problems are there. We cannot solve all, but we can be part of the solution, just helping to solve some of the problems. We want to make sure, because nobody wants to see the alma mater name going down. If you came from cathedral, you were saying, when we were in cathedral, we do the national exam. When we were in cathedral, the teen time quiz, we were at the top. These are.
And Mr. Abu, let me just throw in this a little bit. I'm not sorry for listening, but the harvest celebration is on Sunday. And after we are blessed at the Mass with the Archbishop, we go down into the hall for the harvest celebration. The harvest celebration, we have a lot of different activities. There will be food and drinks available. There will be raffles, sales, and a lot. I'm sorry, Brother V is not here to throw more light on the harvest, but there's a lot of different fun things that will be happening for all the family, the kids, the adults. So it's a whole day affair. Will be at the church that day. So we encouraging everybody to come and join us. Last year we had a lot of people who were not Catholics that came and were part of the celebration. This has even tripled because of the Archbishop visit. And so we're looking forward to everybody coming and being part of it. We are excited. We can't wait. Come and win a lot of prizes. We have TV, we have computers, we have rice, gasoline, slips. I mean, so many other prizes that you can win if you come to the harvest celebration after the end. If you are a part of the harvest celebration after the Mass. So we are having fun with the Archbishop being in our midst. We are also celebrating and winning awesome prizes. Come and be prepared. We can't wait to have you. We have a lot of our people who we want to come back home, come back to the Catholic Church. I'm a proud Catholic and I welcome anybody back home. So we look forward to seeing you all this weekend. Can't wait. Can't wait. I am already hyped and waiting to meet the Archbishop.
Thank you. And just before you go, we have just informed because of the participation of the Liberian Catholic community in the Archdiocese of Philadelphia. Guess the Archdiocese of Philadelphia has 298 parishes. 298 parishes in 5 counties. And our participation at the archdiocesan level made the Archbishop to even appoint an African apostolate responsible to coordinate the African affairs. And for the visit of the Archbishop, we've invited all the different African Catholic communities, especially the Ghanaian, the Francophone, the Nigerians. So do not be surprised when you see them at the Mass on Sunday. And they are also going to participate in the lottery. I mean, in the harvest. And anybody who has a parish in Liberia that did a harvest, just make sure the Catholic community here in Pennsylvania will do everything as how you do it over there. We got food, we got free food, and sometimes the drinks are also some halfway rock bottom prices. But all intended for us to raise some money to be able to do some things for our brothers and sisters back home. We also have a raffle. The raffle ticket, if you are out there, you've not bought your ticket yet, it is just $2.50 for one ticket. And you have an opportunity to win the first prize, which is a 65-inch television, a color television. That is already marked. We have a lot of computers, a lot of laptops. We have tablets. We have gasoline. We have some live animals. We got some chicken there too. Somebody will be winning the chicken, live chicken, African chicken too. So we are going to do it the African way. Sister Josephine, I went to Sinkisito. At time of offertory, I saw the people bringing a goat. God was offered.
That would be interesting to have that here one day.
So I wish somebody would just want to bring a goat.
Yeah, but also since you're talking about that, also for my Catholic people listening or anybody who will be part of the Mass, please be part of the offertory procession. That is a very important part of the Mass. I have people calling me and asking me, what can I bring? I'm saying anything that God lay on your heart. It's a Thanksgiving Mass. So what are you thankful for? And how can you celebrate, how much God has done for you? Those should be at the back of your mind when you, trying to get something for your offertory procession. But we look forward to having everybody there. I know Wiz TV is going to cover it. So
it's going to be covered live by Wiz TV. And, you just talk about the offertory procession. We want to ask our Liberian communities or any other community you coming to the Mass, bring something. This is a Thanksgiving Mass, for the harvest. They say the laborers are few, the harvest is enormous. So let's come and do some harvesting. Bring a Thanksgiving thing. It may be one roll of tissue. It may be one something. Anything you bring will be used to give to the poor and the needy. It's not going to be for the church. We'll be trying to distribute it with other people who really need it. Bring a gallon of oil. Bring napkins. Bring toilet tissues. Bring rollers and everything that you can bring. We're really calling on you and come and be part of that offertory procession. We are going to do it the real African way. The Mass is going to be maybe 1 hour plus. So we'll really make sure we'll be there. It's been a good time talking to you, Sister Jade Basana Timba, Doctor. You have done a great work for the Catholic Church and the Catholic community here. We want to be grateful to you and for the organizing of this visit of the Archbishop. We just want to say thank you, and it's been a great time. Can you just say your last words, please?
Again, thank you so much for having me on your platform to share our excitement of having the Archbishop, His Grace, Archbishop Chue, with us, celebrating Mass with us, and also hanging out with us on Saturday. We are excited. He's visiting the tri-state area, that's Delaware, New Jersey, and Philadelphia. We are all been working really hard to make this visit a historic and memorable one. And so we are inviting all of you Sunday, be part of the Mass. The Mass will be in Philadelphia at 72 Grover's Avenue. Come and join us.
7200.
7200 Grover's Avenue. Come and join us in Mass. It's at 11 a.m. Be part of it. Come and see your Archbishop. He's excited to see all of you. He was going back home, but then he said, no, I got to stop and just say hi to my people. So he is also excited to see each and every one of us. Be with us on Saturday from 3 p.m. to 6 at St. Barnabas Church. That is, I think Abu will share the addresses later for the 2 locations. But reach out to us also. We love to have you all celebrating. It's a Thanksgiving Mass. We are all so thankful for all the marvelous and wonderful thing God has been doing in our lives. And this is just an outwardly expression of that. So thank you for having me on your platform. Thank you, William. And I'm glad you're also from St. Kizito. Say hi to my St. Kizito family on Sunday. And I can't wait to come back and attend Mass also at St. Kizito.
Yes,
Thank
that
you
is
so
so
much.
good.
Thank you so
And
much for
I think Father Kroma is watching this too.
Thank you.
So thank you too. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, so that is it right there. The bishop will be in the US, and basically I guess you guys listen to all of what that is going to be happening in terms of his visit to the US, and you know, it's a great initiative, and I just sat back and listened to all of these things, and I think if we can have more of these kind of events happening, not just in America but across the world, where we have Liberians who are Catholic, I think is something that would mean a lot to them, because you know, again, it's a great initiative, Mr. Abu.
Yeah. So that's going to be really something very big, having the Archbishop visiting the tri-state. It was difficult to have a decision made for him to come and where to say his Mass. I understand, I think he said Mass in Atlanta, and that was so much of a great thing, attended by a lot of Liberians. And based on that, we have been able to get commitment. We're going to have a lot of Liberians also coming out into our parish to celebrate with us. Our friends there and our other parishioners, our community members in Delaware, Brother Augustine Sati is also watching. And earlier I saw Father Philip Tike, who is one of the persons who helped really to hold this community together. He said Mass for us before, and even Bishop Conley has come, I think, like twice and celebrated Mass with us. So we always try to make sure that every time we see a priest that comes from Liberia, even on a visit, we try to make sure we bring you over, because we are still trying to see, maybe when the Archbishop comes, we are going to ask him to see whether a priest can be assigned here at the at Tanifla, where we have the other priests, so that we'll be able to have a priest to say our Mass regularly every month, one time. And that would be very great for us, where we'll really have a Liberian apostolate saying our mass. That has been very good, and that's what we'll be looking up to. And that's one of the way that we can get, we can be able to, we can get ourselves to a higher level in the Archdiocese of Philadelphia. So we say thank you for that, for organizing that. So everybody who is out there, the meet and greet is going to be at St. Barnabas School, which is at 6300 Buyers Avenue on Saturday, beginning at 3 p.m. And the Thanksgiving Mass is going to be at the St. Irenaeus Church, which is actually Divine Mercy Parish at 7200 Grover Avenue, and this is going to start at 11 o'clock. Some people will say the mass starts exactly at 12 o'clock, but we will have a lot of things being arranged between 11 and 11:30 because we want to make sure the mass starts exactly at 11:30. So we are telling you to come at 11 o'clock because we want to make sure that you participate in the reflections, you participate in the procession, and all of these things. And the Liberian Catholic community, they're going to have their uniform. They call it Ashobi, and they're all going to be there. So Waves TV is going to be there to carry that mass live. So we ask you to please tune in or to view the Waves TV on Sunday beginning at 11 o'clock. That is the American time, which will be like 5 o'clock the Liberian time, because we have a 5-hour difference in time now. So we want you to start viewing by 5 o'clock on Sunday. You'll be able to watch the entire program, starting from the mass, the procession, the mass, and also the harvest. So I want to thank you for listening, and we look forward to seeing you. I also look forward to seeing many of you online watching all the way from Liberia. And we also have a Facebook page that has just been established for the visit of the Archbishop, where we invite you so you can go there and see all of the pictures. The mass will be carried live on that page and all of these things. So we look forward to seeing you. William, you'll also be invited, please. So what do we have next to talk about, William?
I would definitely basically we just want to throw light on the new buses that arrived in the country. On yesterday, we witnessed 7 of the 35 buses has been promised by the Liberian government that arrived in the country. And earlier this morning, we also saw, the National Transit Authority talking about they were also offloading some of these very buses, and it's good to be able to understand these things. But before we dive in, then I was able to get some articles as to how it is with the first 39 buses that was being brought in, and it was a donation by the Indian government during the time of George Weah, former Liberian president. So let me just bring this release from the National Transit Authority official website. It says the management of the National Transit Authority is excited to announce the introduction of 2 new buses route that will serve key areas within the city, providing improved public transportation options for citizens. The new routes are designed to make travel more accessible and efficient for passengers traveling between Paul River and Broad Street, from Boston to Margibi to Broad Street. So these are the places that currently the buses that are up to date out of the 39 buses brought in the country are operating. And also we saw it on the 4th of November that 7 of these buses were also offloaded and taken from the port and taken to the National Transit Authority office, and we've been told that 35 of these buses are are to be used for mass transit and they are 62 seaters, and 20 of them are mini buses, 18 seaters. And we also have 5 heavy duty cargo trucks as well to be able to help with the agricultural aspect. We have some counties that have a lot of agricultural activities, and basically to get out these goods to Monrovia is a tough thing, and definitely we will be able to have that happening as soon as all of these things are into fruition. And this entire bus project is been handed over to the ABK Motors Incorporated for providing the 35 Tata buses that will be 62 seaters, and the 20 mini buses that will be 18 seaters, plus the 5 heavy duty cargo trucks.
If I understood it, what is the ABK Motors? Is that a foreign-based group? Are they based in Monrovia?
Yeah, based in Monrovia. It's a Liberian-owned business, ABK Incorporated. They are into bringing in yellow machines, trucks, and bringing in vehicles from China and all parts of the world, to be able to sell them in Liberia. So I think the government was able to get into a negotiation or a deal with the ABK Motors Incorporated, and to have them bringing in these buses into the country, so that we can have access to transportation. The government in itself banned the plying of motorcycles in the main street of Monrovia. So in as much as people do find it difficult to get cars in the morning to go to work, to go to school, and to go for other businesses central Monrovia, I think is one reason why they are not trying to bring back the public transport, in order to be able to curtail the level of hardship people encounter in getting vehicles.
This is also a very good thing. Let's look at the motorcycle side. Sometimes one thing that happened in Liberia is that when we were coming up, motorcycles were just for leisure. Now, motorcycle, because of the population increase in Monrovia, and sometimes people say the lack of jobs in the city, a lot of people have started using motorbikes, and government elevated them to a level that they were almost competing with people who have licenses to run transportation like taxis or other things, but we just got to keep doing the motorcycles. If I listen to one of the guys who are there, he calls himself, I don't know, the president of the motorcycle union, and he is there defying government and saying a lot of things that people should resign, stop motorcycles from going in the street. Who suffers? They are the one that are using it to get their daily bread, because when these bosses come, when these bosses are put on the street, they may not even be sufficient, but they are saying that you guys have put yourself to a level that you do not want to be controlled, because once the taxis are there, vehicles are there, they work under the motor vehicle laws of Liberia. Motorcycles, sometimes they were really not part of the laws that were originally made. Sometimes we just use portions of the law to to refer to how the motorcycles can operate in the country. However, these motorcycles have come to the point to elevate themselves to a level that will feel that they are equal to the government. They challenge the police director, they challenge the police in the street, and feel that they become very much ungovernable, that anytime a motorcycle man wants to run over a police officer and all of this, it's something like they give you one, then you want to take two, and then three at the same time. We are gradually getting to a point where your relevance becomes dissipated. where you become dissipated at a point because you were to a point that you provided the services that were really needed at the time. But when all of these bosses come now, you really have no relevance. So this is why we are gradually, the police is gradually saying, okay, take them over, maybe let them start operating in the communities. Your money cannot only come from Broad Street. Your money cannot only come when you come to Tubman Boulevard. Even taking people from Vamuma House to how to call the place, to Matadi, to Lapasi, these are places that you can easily make money. Taking people from Joba to Gaytown, to Christ the King Church, to Chugbo, to other places around the Oro, that can really help you. You can still make your money. You don't have to make it 1 million. You are creating a job for yourself. It's a matter of being able to manage whatever you are making out of it. These MTA buses, now they have come. You said they have some 62-seater buses. Our only problem is going to be, how are we going to be able to account for how much these buses are making per day? How much revenue are they going to generate? They are going to come. First, the ticketing system.
So, Mr. Abu,
yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I have a problem.
Go ahead. I just wanted to say initially when we had these buses in the country, they had a ticketing system. I guess they used to give every driver and conductor on the bus, a specific number of tickets per day. So I guess maybe it would be the same scenario situation we'll have when these buses are fully running.
That is also good, but it will also need the cooperation of the passengers and the drivers and the conductors, because at one point there are some people who will come. The driver will give them the bus conductor will give them a ticket, and when they get in there, they give the ticket back to him, and he resells that ticket. And in the end, he puts the money in his pocket and tells you he only sold 10 tickets per day. But you really saw the bus fill from Ghanansville to Broad Street almost 5-6 different times. But they said the ticket did not finish. So I think there should be a way that they should be monitored, and more than one time. Because I also heard before that there was a conductor or a manager who, for the buses that were running in the hinterland in the rural areas, that he would go as an inspector in the highway and stop there and take the money from the driver or the conductor. Okay, and that became something that they were investigating. I don't know how far it went and what actions were taken. Okay, where the conductor comes and tell how much you guys now make, then they give him the money. He takes it for himself, and as soon as you, the manager or the field supervisor, you are doing this, you are given an alibi for the conductors to do the same thing here in the United States. But it will take us time to reach to that level where you have to buy the bus tickets at a particular place. When the Lone Star ticket start, when Lone Star, how to call the team? When Lone Star data, is that how we call it? The data? When the Lone Star data came in, when it came in initially, they were only selling at Lone Star office, and they were selling at other places. But when they started knowing that it was difficult to get the data from people, so what they did, they allowed people to come and register. So if we can do similar thing, that people come and register with MTA, and they buy the tickets from MTA and they sell it out to the community, where everybody who is like a Lone Star agent is also selling MTA ticket. I hope you understand it. It's also selling an MTA ticket. So if you have to go to Ghanansville in the morning, you go to the junction. As soon as you get to the junction, the fellow is there. He will sell the ticket to you. He will sell the ticket to you, and you use the ticket to get on the bus. Without the ticket, you can't get on the bus. No matter how the traffic can be jammed and other things, you must use that ticket. But we have to use it, get a means to be able to get some money. These buses are very expensive. It doesn't mean that because they say it is a grant or whatever arrangement they got to bring it to Liberia, we have to make sure that we us government also use some money for the transportation to transport it from where it was donated to bring it to Liberia. The buses will need maintenance. We have had so many MTA buses, you know. I'm glad that during this administration, buses are running from Monrovia to Harper, taking people to Grange there. Buses are running to Banga, to Ganta, to all of these places. But now to be able to make it efficient is the ticketing system. And I would just suggest that the Lone Star people, the people who selling the Lone Star and the Orange data, I mean, they can go to MTA office and buy it in bulk, you know, at a discount rate. Then they come and sell it to the people at the rate that the MTA wants them to sell it for people to be able to ride. I don't think that is going to create any stringent constraint on people, you know, because just the same way, even in the night you're sleeping, your money finished on your phone, you can get up and go to somebody and get it and get a data from them just because you want to continue your conversation. I think we can do the same thing. That just because you want to ride the thing, you buy your ticket in advance so that by the time you get to the bus stop, you don't have to wait. Because that time the conductor is going to be standing there to be changing money and other things. It slows down the traffic. I think you can see that. It will slow down the traffic. So let's buy the ticket from another angle and use it as a means to be able to get on the bus. That would be one big thing for the ticketing, because that is my own concern at this time. How are we going to be able to get the tickets? How are we going to be able to stop people from selling the ticket? And in the end, we do not have money in government to do it, because MTA is a state-owned entity. They should be able to raise some money to even be able to contribute to the budget. But it cannot be a place where they make the money, they are making money, and it's sufficient to sustain them, you know. But when they want buses, it is the government that will make sure that they bring the buses because they are providing public service. People must understand it. It is not intended to say, oh, Joseph Boakai is stealing money or this person is corrupt. We must all put together and see in Liberia how we are going to be working to make our government work so that people who steal money don't only wait until when John Brown steals, then you stand on the road and say, oh, let's stone him, and let's put him in jail and all these things. Don't stay away on that time. Many of you are the ones who encourage the corruption. The police is standing in the street and you give him money. Sometimes you go to and try to trick it and put the money in his pocket when he really doesn't, when he really don't want people to see it. But if you can stand and argue with him, that because he told his story, he doesn't want you to know that you are giving him money. Don't give him money, you know. But we are all encouraging the corruption. Then we get up and say, oh, the government is corrupt. Yes, we do agree. Those are the same people who will go to passport office. They see passport office, they tell you, you go, you pay $10 so, they give you receipt and this and that. They would not want to stand on the line to go pay for that money and wait for their time. At the passport office, they had the one where you can say you want an emergency passport. They got a fee. If you pay that fee, they'll pay on time. But we corrupt everything in our country. Then we'll say we'll start putting the blame on the government. It can't be the government. We are responsible for it. I'm glad that they have brought all of these buses, and I'm going to be happy that maybe pretty soon someone left from here and told me they left from Monrovia 11 o'clock. By 7 o'clock in the evening, they were in Vanyama. And the same person said they left from Vanyama at about 10 o'clock in the morning. By 3 o'clock, they were in Ganta. So just imagine what is happening. Liberia is revolutionizing. They are revolutionizing. Everything is moving concomitantly and moving good. Now, bringing these heavy equipment for agriculture purpose, yeah, they are good, you know. But then, how can we do some farming or some production beyond sustainable or for sustainability? In the villages, The people make farms. Right now, they are harvesting the rice. By the time it reaches into December, the Decembrists come, they eat all the food. They eat rice in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night. Rice in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night. By January, then they start buying the rice. And then, where again we have come to the point where we say in Liberia, the imported rice is better than the rice that comes from our farms. So government got to do something about this. Maybe drive our own rice to be cheaper so that people can run towards it by providing subsidy to these farmers. And once you provide these subsidies, when the rice is produced, you make them to sell it at a level that you want it to be sold. Just how when people import their gasoline, you tell them to sell their gas the way the government wants it to be sold. We need to start doing some things, helping the government. We have to help the government. No corruption must be on other people. We mustn't be like the woman who was caught. And Jesus said, we want to throw stones. Let the person be the first person to throw stone. No Liberian will tell me. Even when people go to look for a job, they tell them write application. The person say, oh, if I even write the application, nobody's going to take me. No, try it. Try it. Many of us have come in this people country. We apply for jobs. I don't go to write application. I stay online and just put in my resume. Maybe after a few hours or after a few days, somebody calls you. Oh, you apply for this job. Are you still interested in the job? We say yes. They give you the first interview. They ask you a few questions to qualify you to go to the next level. People believe in Liberia that you cannot go to the University of Liberia. You can't pass the early entrance except you know somebody there. You know, why can we believe that thing? Tell me how many people really attended LU will tell you that somebody helped them to enter. If you genuinely prepare yourself and take that entrance, you pass, your name comes out. You follow the process, you'll be enrolled. But I know as I'm talking now, somebody say, look at him talking that. Yes, I will have to talk it because I could tell you I'm number one. I took the early entrance. I knew nobody at LU. I did not have a brother there. I did not even have a friend there. I went there. And there are many other people, thousands of people. Just this gone weekend, we had the LU Alumni Association program in Maryland. And that was so great, seeing people who came out of your University of Liberia since the 60s, the 70s, and the 90s, in the 2000s. They were all there. Everybody's excited to see the alma mater go forward. I just want to use this time to say congratulations to Sister Nee Allison. I think she became the new queen for the Alumni Association of Liberia, the University of Liberia in the Americas. Nee Allison, you know, congratulations. But we still got to look at things. Everywhere you want to go, people think that you must be corrupt. If we can all say we're not going to be corrupt, Liberia will not be corrupt. Somebody is preferred. The president doesn't know everybody in that place. He doesn't know everybody who is qualified. People presenting the names of people. The names of people. He has been hearing names and say, okay, you bring your resume, he do it. He doesn't have the time to look at every resume for the 3,000 jobs that they have in Liberia. He doesn't have the time. He has to be thinking big. Now people recommend to him, this man could be this. Some of us can know that that person is already corrupted. But the person goes to do the work. And they will do the work. And at some point, we make them to be corrupt. By the time somebody got a job today, Liberian people come to you, William, don't forget yourself. Don't forget yourself what? Try to help him to see how he can wisely use his salary. But when you tell him, don't forget yourself, that's the same thing. That man was there, he built 5 houses. With William's salary, build him 5 houses in 1 year time. People are being dismissed Sometimes President Barker says he tries on integrity. So if you are even my son, when I hear the news that you were involved in a stealing business, I'm going to suspend you. First, why did you even get to it? Why would your name even come out in the kind of thing? Why would your name come out? People may lie on you, but just because the people who can hear the news, the bad news, are far more than the people who hear the good news. Because the good news can just come in one ear and pass the other way. It doesn't come back. And they never stay to verify what happened. Our dear former Minister of Energy, he was replaced. People say he was dismissed. He was replaced. The first thing people were doing, arguing with the president. The man, a kind man, you just fired that man for nothing. You just fired that man for nothing. Why would people in Liberia be inciting those kind of thing, insinuating? You fired a man for nothing? No. There are many, 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 many levels and layers of requirements that the president has in his mind to determine how you do your work. You are working at the pleasure of the president. You don't have to steal money. Sometimes you are just disrespectful. Sometimes you fail to follow instruction. It doesn't mean that because you are minister, so you don't have to follow instruction. Even the president, he follows instruction. Where is the president's instruction? The Constitution, which he vows to uphold. That is his own instruction that he follows. Where he takes an advantage is where that he is at liberty. He has the discretion to make certain decisions. Even God, the God that we serve. Sometimes you see some people are very, very good. They do everything nicely, but they are the first that die. People there, they are bad like some kind of thing. They're bad. They can live so long. You saw the man, he was small, he was bad. Until he became adult, he was still bad. And that man still keep living. The people who were around him, who were good people, they would die and leave him. So if you look at the president and think the president is not showing any corrupt attitude, but our own perception based on what other people have done, based on what we do for ourselves. So we say other people are corrupt, and we are the one who encourage the corruption on people. We bribe the people. We know the system and want to bypass the system. And people there who make decisions on everything that we do. That little loophole that says that you have this, you can use your discretion. Using your discretion must be a very objective way that you have to use it. You have to be very objective. How much does it affect your integrity, you as a person? When the lady was involved in the Bible, Jesus said, everybody thought Jesus was coming to say, do this and do this, do this, do this. You stone her, because that's what the law of Caesar says. You stone the person. Jesus looked at wisdom. So when you are the leader and you always exhibit wisdom, Jesus said, yes, we know she has done it, but she's not the first that has done it, and she may not even be the last. So you outside there that know that you have never been corrupt, you must be the first to throw stones. And because they had confidence in Jesus Christ, they had confidence in the leader, they will turn around and know. Because each one of them, you say you have never done anything bad, they will point to you what you have done before. Wisdom must be the hallmark of people who are leaders. So just as we said, I think William on the same show, I did say to you that Mr. The former energy minister, there is no need to cause any confusion. He shouldn't listen to people. Let him understand that he was not born to be a Unity Party man. He was not born to be Minister of Energy. When the president who appointed you removes you, tell him thank you, and you go and you have your plan B and start to move forward. While you were there, if you're a geologist, you have a professional person, you start to create means that you can employ other people, not only bringing people into jobs. Don't be like Mr. George where all the money he made, he could open one company. All he had to do was to come and put people into government job and say, I provided a job for you. I still remember sometime way back in the 90s, he opened a store. And that store just died off. He was selling all the expensive sport materials. That even at that time, we were just coming from war, we couldn't even afford it. Then you come and say all the time, people are playing their football in Bame Puma, then you go start bringing all the PBT and selling them expensive to the people. That's just how it broke down. April 6th came, the people ransack it. So we have to understand, let us not do too much corruption and we say that it is the government that is doing it. Now, for the bosses, I think the ones that are going to be running in the hinterlands, let's increase the fleets. Let's increase the fleets. If the roads, because the roads are becoming good, we are now in the dries, and we believe that a bus leaving to go to Buchanan can run on time. With bus going to Yekepa or to Sanikole can be there on time, because we've already heard that the buses that are going to Kepamas are reaching there on time. And the charges are not going to be very enormous. I would prefer to wait for the bus instead of going on a motorbike where they will throw you down on a quota and bust your head. And the next thing they say, you did not sit down good behind me. So we are very, very much happy. We appreciate the MTA administration for the buses that they have brought in. And we ask the government to please monitor them. And MTA, because of this enormous assistance from government, you should be able to play a role as a state-owned enterprise, be able to make your contribution, use this to make a contribution to the budget. We're not going to be running these buses and expect government to give you a salary and give you money to help with your salary payment. We know they are going to employ people. Please do not use it to employ inefficient girlfriends, inefficient brothers, and ineffective people. Let there be a test. Test people. Train them well. Let them be good conductors, good customer service. They are not called them cowboys, We can call them sometimes the conduction specialists, or the transport specialists, because they are the one who receive the tickets. And again, before I go, I just want to say, let us sell the bus tickets as how we sell the Lone Star and Orange data. Let the people who are agents for Lone Star data and this go to MTA or wherever that is going to be responsible for the tickets. If possible, maybe the central bank or whatever bank that is going to handle it. They will sell it to people. You pick it up from there and you come and sell it. When you lost it, it's not our business. But we really want to make sure that a bus conductor is not going to be the one standing at the door to be selling tickets to people, So I still want to I really highly commend the MTA. I commend the government of Liberia for bringing in these buses. They are going to ease the transportation problem. I know the motorbikes are going to be feeling bad. You still got to understand that the level at which they have put you, sometimes you are almost like abusing it, I heard that man, your president, what is his nickname he calls himself? Bill, what's the nickname of the motorbike?
What's his name? Yellow Machine. Machine.
He calls himself the Yellow Machine. You ride a motorbike, then you say you Yellow Machine. So you come and you make statements at the police director, make statements at the transport minister, at the government, and asking motorbike people to defy the people. The motorbike people can only take 2 people at a time, if possible. If I only one, one passenger at a time. They have allowed you to take 3. They told you to take helmet. Helmet is for your own safety. You don't want to look at it. I think we still need to start looking at the transport system in that country in a different way. There needs to be a transport conference. Let's look at it, how we can easily address people, down to transporting everybody, even transporting gasoline. Transporting everything in that country needs to be watched in the second time. I think that should be the other thing. In addition to all of these developments of buildings and roads and bridges and other things, there need to be the building of institutions. We need to build institutions so we cannot part from them when it is said. But we still want to say the MTA is doing very, very, very well. We look forward to especially having the bus route from Boys Town to Broad Street and also from Pearl River to Broad Street. Because Pearl River is where they have the AMEU, right? Or the Zion, AM Zion. Yeah, that's where they have all of these schools. This is a great help for the students who run it, because sometimes because of the school making an arrangement for buses to be coming from there, it makes it very difficult for people to commute themselves. And sometimes the universities are charging exceptionally high for students to commute themselves. So if you're living in Marshall, you want to attend, how to call the place, you want to attend AM Zion, then you can take the bus from Marshall to Broad Street and you transit in the other one from Broad Street straight to Pearl River. That would be a very good thing for you. That is a very good commuting system. When I hope they have people who they call transport engineers. Transport engineers are not just people who go and work on the vehicles. No, the transport engineers are the people who study. They do study the routing and the traffic in the city, and they are able to make sure that people run them without delays. So I really want to thank the MTA managing director and his staff for this enormous thing. And we look forward to them really coming to do better for us, so that the MTA buses will serve the Liberian people, will also serve this government. Okay, so to close in, I want to say on this, the Liberian Catholic community of the tri-states of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware are going to welcome this weekend the Archbishop of Monrovia, Archbishop Gabriel Jewey. He's already in America. He has been to other places, but this weekend he's coming to the Philadelphia area, and he's specifically going to be in Philadelphia. There will be a meet and greet at the St. Barnabas School Hall on 6300 US Avenue on Saturday, beginning at 3 o'clock. And also on Sunday, there will be a Thanksgiving Mass and Harvest at 7200 Grover's Avenue, which is the Divine Mercy Church. We look forward to seeing all of you there. And I think with this, we just want to say thank you for watching. Hannah Moses will say thank you for watching. Oliver Atta, thank you. Viola Genu, we say thank you. Hawanatu Kalon, we say thank you. Martin Bella, thank you to Amadou Barry, thank you. Alfred S.Y. Cover Jr., thank you. Josephine Bassana was on and she's still on. Amadou Barry, Augustine Sati, Marcus Dupa, Seyondi Kofa, the Liberian Association president in Pennsylvania, Patricia Willebo, we say thank you. The CEO himself, Simon T. Tapla-Wisse, Father Philip Tike, we say thank you, all of you. Roland Down, Simon Wisse, Roland Down, and we say thank you for watching, and we ask you to always subscribe. The Mass on Sunday will be carried live on West TV. It will be beginning at 5 o'clock Liberian time, 5 p.m. Liberian time, which will be 12 o'clock here. No, it'll be starting 4 p.m. Liberian time and 11 o'clock the American time. We look forward to all of you tuning in and watch us so that you can see Archbishop. You come from St. Isidore. The team Bishop said that different from what he was saying in America. So please come listen to him. Please tune in. We want to say thank you to all of you. Willem, it's been a good time talking to you. You just celebrated your birthday. I want to say happy belated birthday to you. I hope the new year is going to bring a new.
Thank you so much, and it's been a great pleasure on here. We going for the weekend break to be back on Tuesday. We also live on YouTube, Wiz TV, and live on Facebook, Wiz TV, and Wiz TV online as well. Thank you for coming on, and thanks for following to all of our viewers. Thank you so much for always being with us. My name is William McGill. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
I can't stand no more, cause no more food. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. I can't stand no more, cause no more food. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. Hey yo, excuse me Mr. Journalist, I wonder how you make your headlines in the press release today. Although I read the news every day, but I'm really still getting confused now. And I just wanna ask you some questions. Oh, is it based on money? Is it based on presidency? Is it based on technology? Is it based on war? Tell me, we got major headlines. Oh, we got major story. There is no job,